Hello, and welcome back to Booch Ball. I'm Alex, joined as always by my lovely co-host Freed. How you doing over there, Freed?
Doing all right, man. I'm hot, I'm tired, and I'm hungry for Booch.
Love it. I love it when Freed's energy levels are just off the charts as we're entering into Booch Ball. He's already so energetic as it is that hot and tired Freed is always. Are you still tired after our amazing victorious win in rainy Philadelphia?
You know it, man. First ever Booch Ball tailgate. I'd like to think that we were the ones who really got the place jumping over there at the link.
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely a big Miami Hurricanes event. And Freed, speaking of big Miami Hurricane events, oh boy, do we have a show for you here today on Booch Ball, because we will be bringing back one of the best guests of all time here on Booch Ball, if I do say so myself. Somebody who is from Georgia, who has basically he has the entire Georgia Tech roster memorized. You could quiz him on any single number, he could rattle it off to you. And this is the guy who won our Booch Mayhem. What do we call it? A Booch bracket?
Booch Ball bracket.
Yeah, Booch Ball bracket challenge. So we're bringing in not only Durr from the Whatever You Want podcast, but we will also be bringing in his better half, my good friend Rebecca. We're going to hash out the name later. From the Scream of Consciousness pod, Durr and Reeves, welcome to Booch Ball.
Raise the roof. I'm bringing that back.
What's going on?
Raise the roof.
Get in. There we go.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, this is good. Yeah, let's all raise.
I did that at work the other day, and just all of the Gen Zers were like, "Oh my god, this is so embarrassing for her."
Exposed yourself. Yeah, I did that. I had a similar thing on a work call where I was trying to figure out what would be a good time for everybody to do the next meeting that we were going to do. So I was like, what about like Friday, like afternoony?
Afternoony.
Love that.
Not afternoon-ish.
It was a recorded call too. Like it was like a training kind of thing. Wow. And like there was like a moment where I just paused and I was like, I really wish I hadn't just said that.
You're like, I'm so sorry for that. I'm going to clean it up for next time, but we can't unhear that because it's recorded.
Yep. But it did convey. I think the appropriate thing to say in that situation is actually afternoonish. Afternoonish.
That's what I was saying.
Noony. There's something about noony that is just a silly thing to say.
It implies that you're a fun time. You like to keep it casual, you know? Yeah.
People around the office know that.
That's fitting for Alex, but keep it corporate. Keep it tight.
Yeah, that's true.
Afternoonish.
Well, Freed, you're out all day. Like your office is the great outdoors. I don't know if Durr and Rebecca, you know this, but Freed basically like goes to dig sites and he basically mines professionally.
Oh wow.
He like uses a pickaxe and things like that, right? Right, Freed? That's my understanding of Freed's job, is that he shows up to work with a big pickaxe. That's what you do, basically.
That's not at all what I do.
How do you dress business casual for that?
I am a geologist. This is where I work in this chair about 80% of the time. And then about 20% I'm out and about doing what I do.
Yeah, the way he described it made it sound like you're building a railroad for the prisoners.
Yeah, all the
in like 1874, somewhere around then.
Cool and Luke.
You're eating like hardtack. Did you guys ever have to make that in school, elementary school?
That's like a survival bread thing.
It's like the bread that they ate in World War II.
Yeah.
We had to, or no, not World War II. My bad. The Civil War.
Oh, even earlier.
A little earlier.
God, you guys are so from Georgia. It's crazy. Which side were they giving the hardtacks to, by the way?
You know, we look back in the history books.
The ones that still exist.
Go Rebs. Psych.
Okay, right. so wait. Let's stop right there. I heard a Rebs, I see a Reba, and I see a Rebecca in the titles. So let's.
I was doing Rebels, like Ole Miss Rebels. I was making a Confederacy joke there.
I see.
Obviously, I'm pro-union in more ways than one, baby. Writers' strike.
And solved. Let's go, baby.
Let's go, Brooklyn. Stand up. But I think what Freed's getting to is, maybe Durr and Rebecca, for those of the audience who don't know you as well as I know you, who are you and why are you here?
Well,
Who am I? How long do you guys have?
let me just
Um,
first start by saying thank you for having me back for a third time.
Yeah, something like that.
I big fan and appreciate you guys having me on. I'm Anders Barrett, aka Durr. Went to college with both of these fools, and this is my fiance, Rebecca.
Hello. So nice to meet everyone. I did not go to Miami. I went to Georgia Southern. But yeah, I
Gata, baby.
gotta. I went to Georgia Southern not knowing that gotta meant get after that ass, and it was on all of the merch. And I
What?
was like, what does
Yep.
this mean?
That's
and
like
then
their war eagle.
yeah.
Aren't
And
you
then
guys the Golden Eagles or something like that? Are you
just the Eagles?
Okay, that's Marquette. That's the Golden Eagles. Okay.
So every school in Texas has one of those things, and I always thought if Miami had one, it would be blow
Blow 'em?
them, blow them, Canes.
Yeah, that would. I can see like the Texas A&M like 12th man type guy being like, "Blow him, Canes, blow him."
They're the yell leaders. Hey,
I want to hear your reasoning behind that, though.
well, every school in Texas has a something
Yeah,
M, right? You
Gig 'em,
hook 'em,
yeah.
gig
Gig 'em,
'em,
hook
eat 'em
'em.
up, cats,
yeah.
wreck 'em. So Miami Hurricanes, blow 'em.
Well,
That's
no,
not bad.
Freed, you're not wrong
Is
with
the
that
win?
because the Miami fight song, I believe, is called like "Blow Hurricanes Blow." It's called "Blow Canes." Did you guys not know that?
No,
Yeah.
Sounds
all
like
right.
something else.
I feel like
a lot of blow in the 305 though.
If I could share, wait, I can. Wait, give me a second. Give me a second.
Shout out to James Hennessy in the comments for that one. A little
Ah,
assist.
nice. There you go.
Hey, Jake Hennessy, what up,
Just go
baby?
live for that.
I knew he would find this. I was trying to keep it from him as long as possible. I knew he would eventually find our chat. Wait, let me share my screen real quick. And now that I can do share tab audio,
Ooh.
blow Canes. I feel like there could be a lot more stuff done with it.
Blow 'em, Canes. Blow 'em, Canes. I never knew that was called blow 'em.
Yeah, that's called
Wow.
blow Canes. So wow, Freed, you're spot on, baby.
Wow.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so Reebs, you're from Georgia Southern.
yes.
And
Well-
tell us a little bit about your podcast. Tell us,
Yeah.
tell us what's going on with you.
Yeah. So back to the name. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I have a lot of different names. My birth name is Rebecca Rolla Lazo,
Gross.
but yeah, I know.
Just kidding.
Real bummer. But I have many nicknames, none of which are Becca or Becky. I am not a
Yeah.
Becca or a Becky
Okay.
or a Beck. I am a Reba or a Rebs usually. So,
So Rebs
yeah.
actually fit when you were
Yeah.
like, Rebs.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, thank you so much. But my podcast, Stream of Consciousness, came to
Fruition.
its birth.
What
Back,
was its birth name?
its birth name was
Stream of
actually-
Consciousness Oregonzolalo. What's
Yeah,
what's the last name again?
exactly. Oh my God.
Gorgonzola?
Yeah,
Gorgonzola.
exactly. So
Rebecca
close.
Roswell.
You're like right there.
Roswell, Georgia.
But yeah, it started back in March 2021 because of this guy over here. But
And to be clear, you're pointed to Durr for the listening audience.
oh yes,
Yes.
for the listeners, that would
I produce. I have the gear.
Jake
Yes.
in our live studio YouTube audience is loving it though. He's
yeah.
loving it.
I started back in March 2021. I wanted to start a podcast years before, probably 2015, 16. And I just didn't have the equipment. I didn't have the knowledge around all of that, how to edit. So yeah, I kind of put it on pause and then,
Then she met me and she
And then
was
I met
like,
Anders.
"Oh, I'm gonna date him
and I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
I'm
'cause
going to,
he can do all that."
yeah, I'm going to
Okay.
date him so that he can do this podcast.
So you can use him
Exactly.
for your own devices.
Exactly.
And then I
Exactly.
proposed.
And then he proposed.
Idiot. Got his ass. Got us. Gig him. Wait, was it? Gotta?
Blow 'em.
Blow him.
Gotta.
Oh.
Blow canes. Yep.
Blow canes. It's insane that that's what it's called.
Yeah, I know.
Blow canes. There's probably a lot of listeners realizing that right now. I, of course, is a longtime Miami Hurricanes fan. Reeves, did you know my dad went to the University of Miami as well, and so I'm like a legacy
Just like my
Miami
dad.
fan. Yeah.
Oh,
That's how we
Yeah.
have
okay. Very
a
cool.
super connection there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have the ultimate kindred, the connection.
Mhm.
And
It's
that was
always the U, never Miami, Ohio.
no,
No.
never, no. We firmly established that earlier this season.
No, I
Um,
know. I just wanted to make sure for
yeah,
you guys.
yeah. Thank you. We appreciate it. By the way. All right. So welcome to the podcast. I know we were talking before this and saying that Durr, knows more about college football than you do, Reeves. But what we did hear is that you actually do have some more kombucha knowledge. So I think it's the perfect time for us to sidle right along to the first segment of Booch Ball, which is, of course, what we're drinking.
What
Ooh.
we drinking?
That's right. What are we drinking today, Freed?
We got a good one. We like to call this one Daddy's Medicine. This is a Health Aid Ginger Lemon. Alex has been very, very not shy about saying that this is his favorite kombucha for a long time. So I'm curious to see how the scores work. I've been coming around to it too myself, honestly.
I like the flavor combination in general.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
This is-
lemon ginger.
I gotta say, this is one of my faves too.
Okay.
So,
Tell us about your Booch journey then, Rebecca.
my
I'm gonna
Booch
put
journey.
myself on mute.
It's a little unfortunate because okay, so I love kombucha. I feel like I've been drinking kombucha for probably over 10 years at this point.
OG.
OG, yes. And so I started with God, I can't even remember. It's like the brand that started it all, kind of.
GTs.
Yes, GTs. Okay.
Yeah.
So my favorite of those is the Rose.
I don't know
Love
if
that
we've had
one.
that.
Yeah, it's very like herbally, not
Yeah.
super sweet. So that's good. On guava's fire too. But yeah. So, anyways, I started with those, and then I started drinking Health Aid probably around a similar time because this one's been around for some time too.
Mhm.
And in recent months, I found out I'm allergic to yeast. Kombucha is something that they say some people say to avoid or to not avoid when you have yeast allergy. So basically, I have no idea what to do. But I drank a little bit too much one time, and pretty sure that it kept me in the bathroom all night. So
How much is a little
anyways.
too much for you? Was that like
Well,
multiple
I-
bottles?
I had like a probably 16 ounces. And that was like too much for me. And so maybe I'm like, oh, maybe this yeast allergy isn't great for the kombucha, but you know what? I will power through because I love it so much.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta.
There you
Gotta.
go. Baby.
You gotta do it.
I've been
Yeah.
told the recommended serving size for kombucha is really only like 4 to 6 ounces, just because it does have a little bit of sugar in it.
Yeah.
But it's still so much less sugar than a
Because it's
soda.
kind of like those apple cider vinegar like shots. You ever get those like
Yes.
gut
Yeah.
shots?
Yeah.
That are always around. But yeah, this has always been the reason I call it Daddy's Medicine. I kind of forgot that I used to call it that, and now I'm going to start calling it again. Is that
The bottle.
Health Aid of the kombucha options? The Health Aid is usually the one that like kind of like excavates what's going on in my stomach and really kind of like pushes it down and helps me feel better. And it's also
Interesting.
served in this kind of like pill bottle.
Yeah. It
Right.
looks
It's
like
the same
like
as the logo,
serum.
by the way. I'm not sure if you noticed that. Right
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like
Yeah.
a serum, like a cough
Yeah.
syrup or something.
This
Yeah.
has become my go-to for if I'm starting to feel under the weather. Health Aid Ginger Lemon. You just feel good.
Yeah,
I mean,
this
it's
is what I
amazing.
tell people. This is what I prescribe to people if their tummies are bothering them.
Elmo's
say-
medicine.
I say Health
If-
Aid Ginger Lemon, pop it open.
If you, McGuire, are prescribing me anything, I would be concerned.
McGuire.
Yeah. McGuire, that's what I'm calling you now.
Yeah, I really like that. No one's ever called me Maguire.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah,
It works really well when you say R after it too, because
Yeah,
it's
right.
like if you
Why?
R.
R.
oh yeah,
Exactly.
Maguire and R. That could be our podcast.
Love that.
Maguire R.
All
I
right,
always
you
thought
two.
I always thought Alexander was also a good one.
That is good.
Alexander.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that would be a good for. I've
Well,
thought
I'm
about
getting
that.
hangry over here, so it's time to bust these open.
Yeah. All right, let's do it.
How about a little sniff test?
Gingery.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I got that ginger right off the bat.
Yeah, you can smell
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
I
Alrighty.
haven't had one of these in a while because they're $1 more expensive than the GT Synergies next to me. So I really haven't.
They're actually cheaper than GTs at my local store, so I've been getting a lot.
Is it recommended to pour it in a glass, or does that mess with it?
Whatever
to
your
you.
heart
Yeah.
desires.
Wow, that
works
was
either
really
way.
like scientific of you to try to think through beforehand. You know.
Mhm.
It really opens up the aroma because it's such
Yeah.
a small bottle hole on these.
Yeah.
I know. We
Oh.
tried to do a
Jeez.
kombucha chug off one time,
Oh god.
but I had the
Chug
Synergy with the
off.
wider cap, and then Freed was trying to chug through this tiny little.
Yeah, we
Ball.
had ESPN announcer Jay Alter as a guest on the show.
Oh, yeah, that's so
calling
cool you guys
our
met
chug
him.
off.
Yeah,
What's the connection? He went to high school with you?
yeah. I went to high school with him.
Wow.
He calls me Elmo. That was my nickname in high school.
Oh,
Yeah. I understandably wasn't
Didn't like
trying
that?
necessarily to bring that with me. But it's
But
fun.
it
It's a fun
can.
blast from the past.
Yeah.
And now it's back. But yeah, this is a top 10 kombucha here on Booch Ball. We have had about 50 different kombuchas over the course of recording these episodes, and the Health Aid Ginger Lemon is in 6th place overall.
7.77.
Okay.
So it's a pretty solid score. So the way we do our rating scale, what is 7 would recommend and 8 delicious, I believe.
Yes, that's correct.
What's a 9? What's a 10?
10 is the best kombucha you've ever had.
No,
10
no. 9
Sorry,
is the best
9.
kombucha you've ever had. 10 is the best drink you've ever had.
Okay.
Yeah, so high standards here on Booch Ball. So
Right.
7.7 is
That's a good
high
score.
places. Yeah, good
Yeah, yeah.
score.
Cool. I like this a lot.
I have a kombucha question for you guys, Alex and Freed. So, what do we think about kombucha cocktails? And first, I would actually like to provide my opinion as a woman.
No.
He's like, "Shut up."
Shut up, woman.
Mute
Not
me.
interested. Freed, you were saying.
So with these like kombucha cocktails I see, I mean, Freed, you just said like the daily allotment or a serving is really like 4 to 6 ounces.
Right.
If you're having like 7 kombucha cocktails, I mean, like I feel like I would get ill. No, like do you guys have thoughts on the kombucha cocktails?
Are you talking about like mixing a kombucha with liquor or one of the alcoholic kombuchas in a can?
So
Yeah, they make a hard
Good
kombuchas.
question.
so actually both. Like
Hmm.
I think just mixing it with alcohol, I feel like it seems counterintuitive,
Right.
but
But it doesn't because it's good.
It's fermented also.
what does it do to the stomach? Do we know? Like fermented stuff plus more like does it fight each
I
other?
think it's probably just overthinking it. I mean, we use soda.
Classic woman.
Red
Got
Bulls
it, okay.
as mixers, right? Like,
No, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much.
well, no. I think it's.
You're
a good
being
question,
hysterical, honestly.
Oh, come on.
but- Hey, be nice. That's a good question. My opinion is, think of kombucha as a healthier version of soda. I mean, some people
Right.
will knock back 6 vodka Red Bulls in one night and think nothing of it.
True.
It can't be worse to do it with kombucha.
I've drank like pretty much an entire like big size of Health Aid Ginger Lemon that I
Yeah.
get from Whole Foods.
In
Like
one
I've
sitting?
had pretty much all of what like over the course of a day. We've also had a guy on this podcast who has chugged a kombucha every single day for the past 400 days.
He's over 500,
Oh,
and he
Jesus
has
Christ.
not been sick since he started.
Yeah.
It's Cody. He'll
And he
be
doesn't
on-
have to take the vaccine either, which is cool.
Cody will be back on the show in late October, so y'all got to tune in for that one. But
Wow.
You sure
I don't
about that?
Yeah.
I don't like hard kombuchas. The kombuchas in a can, a lot of those are so apple cidery to me. They feel fake. I don't trust them.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
feel-
Freed is famous for his Booch Mosas, which I
Big Booch
had
Mosa
for the
guy.
first time when we were at the Temple tailgate. We had Booch Mosas,
Ooh.
which honestly underwhelmed me a little bit.
The
I think
watermelon is not the best flavor to do that with, but that was the
Yeah.
only thing available at the store.
You got to go Mystic Mango. You got to go
Mystic Mango,
guava.
yep.
Because it has to be sweet enough.
Yes.
Because champagne is very not
Bitter.
sour, bitter.
Yeah, it's dry. It's bitter.
I've recently found out, I think through this podcast, that sour and bitter are not the
No.
same.
No,
They're not.
No.
But what's the why?
What's the difference?
Which what? Yeah,
Like
like a lemon is sour,
And an
So what's
olive is bitter.
an olive is bitter.
I
Like-
feel
How
like
about that's savory?
Soap is bitter.
What?
You don't eat it, but
Yeah, if you eat it.
yeah.
you ever get your mouth washed out with soap?
No,
No.
thank
Yeah.
God.
Should've.
I was a good boy.
I was a good boy too. Yeah.
You needed it.
My brother did.
Well, thank you for the reminder of that like old pastime. I'm gonna do that to Anders tonight. So
Oh,
Wash them out with soap.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Smell with some soap.
Amazing.
Anyways.
Well, cool. Well, folks, I think we've covered it on the drinking segment here. So far, this is this booch feels like home for me. It's nice. It's settling my stomach. I did eat some meatloaf earlier today, and I've been kind of like walking around. I had to go for a walk today to kind of like open up what's going on with me. So I've been really pining for this booch. So it's going really well. But we don't just talk about kombucha here on Booch Ball.
Never.
We also
Good.
talk about ball. And it's now time for us to tell you what we're thinking.
What are we thinking?
That's a great
I was
question.
waiting for a little soundbite.
Yeah, we haven't figured that out yet. I know, Dur, you have a really good job with your podcast, Whatever You Want, where you guys have like a
Board.
full soundboard where you have like preloaded clips and things like that.
It's this thing right
And
here.
it's like lit up. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get on
Do
that.
you have anything preloaded that you could play here?
I mean, it's all
Do
stuff
the-
for the other podcast.
Yeah. Can you do time for a question?
Yes.
Time for a question.
Love
And there's
that.
also bad takes only.
Well, listen, I know we're live right now, but I need to get ahead of the game. When we do our third segment, Rebs, I'm going to need you to say who we're picking right after Alex says who we're picking. It's
In
gonna
your
be
best
great.
ASMR voice.
Please.
All right.
Ooh.
I like that.
Could you actually do that for what we just did? Because we're now going to tell you what we're thinking.
What we're thinking.
I want bassier a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do your voice.
What we're thinking.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah,
That's better.
that's good. It sounds like Terry Gross is saying that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we're here on Booch Ball. We don't like Freed. What is there to talk about? Really, Miami won. We beat Temple. We're 4-0. Like football is kind of weird right now. Texas seems good. Any thoughts, Freed? I don't really. We're playing Georgia Tech this week, so this is kind of like we've had like 3 bye weeks in a row.
Do you know how many times I've gone into the Georgia Tech game thinking there's no way we could possibly lose, and we lose?
They lost to Bowling Green at home.
Yeah, I mean, I feel great about this year. I was. This is what I was gonna bring to the table this week, guys. When was the last time you felt this good about where Miami football's at?
Ooh,
Hmm.
like 3 years ago.
To me, I think
2017
it's-
probably.
I think it's the COVID year, right before we played
Mark Richt.
North Carolina. In the COVID year, we were going in like 7-0. Alex and I just did an episode about the Blue Devils, and we brought out a blue kombucha, and we were like, Blue Devil blood, Tar Heel tears. We're gonna go beat them by so much, and they ran for 726 and a half yards against us.
Rushing?
Yeah,
Run the ball.
It was at least 500 rushing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
So
embarrassing.
it's been a minute since I've felt this.
7-1,
last
James.
The last time I felt really confident in the Hurricanes was when we had Malik Rozier and we beat Notre Dame.
2017. Yeah.
That was that year. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the year.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a callback to that later in today's episode when we
All
talk
right,
about
all right.
Notre Dame.
Oh
For the
my
record.
god, I can hardly wait.
Yeah.
Me too.
Jeez.
It's going to be glorious. But no, I mean, we all feel good. Temple was fun.
Rebecca's
You
a
know.
transitive Miami fan.
I was wondering where you were going with the first.
So you're transitioning your fandom from Georgia Southern slowly but surely, hopefully, into being a Miami also fan.
He's working on it. Cubs, I don't know if I can do that one.
Yeah.
That's a tough one for me.
Well, she's a Braves fan. That's
I'm a
fine.
Braves fan.
Okay.
But no, she wears all the Miami shit I grew out of.
Oh, that's
Yes.
fun.
That is
You
fun.
grew out of.
I'm a
Yeah.
big boy now.
We don't like to waste in this household. We compost, we switch clothes, Yeah.
Sucking on my pinky.
Got it.
Anyway,
I love that.
Reuse. Wait, what is it? Recycle.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Yeah, reduce,
Exactly.
reuse, recycle.
Stay
Hell
green,
yeah.
baby.
Reusing
we
point.
keep one of those households here.
Stay orange and green, baby.
Sir.
All right.
Well-
Well, that concludes our college football coverage for the episode.
Until the picking segment, but we do have something else to talk about in the thinking
Yeah.
segment. Tee us up, Alex.
All right, because Free doesn't know what we're doing. So-
That's right.
So this is we always like to do some little fun segment here on Booch Ball, and what I wanted to do was steal one of the ideas that I got from listening to Scream of Consciousness with Reba, where every once in a while you'll bring to the table a list of things, and it's usually like that's what it is. It's just like a list of things. I think the last one I remember was a list of like things that you would order for the table or something like that. Something where there was some slander about sliders is what I remember.
Yeah.
It was things that you should not order at a restaurant.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but sliders are if I see sliders or any kind of small plated like barbecue slider thing, 110 times out of 10 I'm getting it.
Oh wow.
Wow. I mean, I gotta say that they absolutely blow, but
Less food, more money.
But it's everything in moderation, because I find that if I am faced with a large hamburger, it's a daunting task to
That's
me.
why you're only 5'5". You didn't eat enough.
5'5" 3/4, Freed.
Sorry.
And for everybody on Hinge, I'm 5'6",
Yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
and I live in Park Slope. Just close enough.
Well, if you guys want me to play the list of the week sound. I
Yes, please do.
All right. Nope, wrong one.
Fuck. Wait, do the boo. Wait, boo. Wait, can you redo the list of the week thing? I didn't feel like we
Okay.
got a good thing on that. Did you record that or what? What is that?
That's me.
I took her. She did it in like one of the first episodes, and I took her voice and I put some music behind it.
Bum 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 bum. And then
Well,
he just added so much
Dun, 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 dun.
reverb or whatever to it. I don't
Some-
even know.
Yeah.
It sounds spooky. Like
Yeah. Oh my
spooky
god.
season. It's almost.
Oh my god,
time.
Rebecca, this is like I forgot. You're kind of like beach goth girl of Georgia
Yes.
goth.
It is my time to shine this season, as every other basic bitch would probably say. But I
No.
mean, it's a
Every
great
other
time of year.
boocha bitch.
Yeah. It's I
Yeah.
mean, I love like scary horror, campy, weird shit. So
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah, we did
Yeah.
an episode. We did one last year with our friend Lauren, Dr. Lauren Zimmerman.
Oh yeah.
That was the title of the episode was Spooky Thigh Tats. Spooky Thigh Tats.
Like cats.
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah,
Love
I don't
that.
remember where that came from. but
Yeah. Well, people
it came
on
up.
there was like a real trend on Hinge where lots of girls were like, I go crazy for thigh tats. And it was like
Oh.
lots to the point where I was like, these girls are really into thigh tats right now. And I don't have any.
Right.
But I feel like that would be a nice, like, not a very painful place to get a tattoo.
True.
Yeah.
A lot of meat, a lot of bone, a lot of
Reba,
fat.
do you have a tats? You have tats.
I
Oh,
have
yeah.
Do you have any tats?
many tats.
Yeah,
I'm
you
in
have tats.
double digits. I just don't know quite where. I think around the 14 mark. But I will say apparently some spots on the legs are painful.
Like the
I
shin.
am not going to touch my legs because that's like my one good asset that I have. So I'm not going to mess with those, but yeah, I'm going to do full sleeves probably
Oh, yeah.
at some point.
I have
What
zero.
if we snuck a booch in there?
Hey,
Ooh.
Maybe
you
the
know.
Booch Ball logo.
With
I
some
I was
fizz?
I would have to lose a bet for that.
What if it was I think this is a good idea. What if it was like a cup or like a chalice with like a fizzy liquid bubbling over?
I would do that.
Like a cauldron almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like the chalice. I really
Yeah.
I really am stuck on I'm really married to the chalice idea.
Well, thank you so much for choosing the tattoos that will be on my body.
Yeah.
Dr. McGuire.
My body, my choice, McGuire.
Oh God, she's being hysterical again. All right. All right. Well, what kind of lists have you prepared for us here today on Booch Ball?
Okay,
Ooh.
so the list that I am gonna kick us off with is
Nice
Fem-
pun. Nice pun, by the way.
Oh yeah. Oh, look
Football
at me.
kickoff.
Kickoff. Yes, very good.
Totally planned.
Totally planned. So I'm gonna kick us off with Fem Bevs.
Okay, yeah. Fembev.
I'm
That was
using
unfortunately
your
what
term.
I said.
Yeah, that's what you said.
That is what he said.
Because I wanted to find a way that was like not like girly drinks is what I kind of meant.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Fembevs is kind of like I don't know.
More PC way of saying it.
Yeah, something like
Maybe.
that.
More PC.
So Fembevs, what is that? So what does that mean? What does this topic that I made up mean to you?
Yeah. Thank you so much. So this topic, it means so much to me. But I actually split it up into like non-alcoholic and alcoholic Fembev. So I
Okay.
had just like, 3 or 4 for each. But what
Okay.
it means to me is just a beverage that when you see it, when you hear it, taste it, you just can't unsee a
Touch
woman
it.
with it. It just
Whip
makes
it.
sense.
Blow it.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, that's just epitome of like, oh, duh. That's like every
That's a
girl is
girl
ordering
drink.
that. It
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
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 Yeah, where do you want to start us off?
Yeah. So I'll kick us off with a few non-alcoholic Fembevs. So I'm gonna go with a Diet Coke.
Yes.
I
for
mean,
sure.
every bitch is having a Diet Coke.
They love that shit.
I need a Diet Coke. Like they turn into, a monster of yesteryear if they don't have like a Diet Coke.
I saw a video one time of somebody like coming through airport security and they opened their bag and it was just full of Diet Cokes. because
Exactly.
They were worried that Europe didn't have
How-
Diet Cokes.
Yes.
I mean,
Speaking of that, sorry to cut in there, but the airport Diet Coke thing just kind of reverberated something for me. When I was 9, I was in Hawaii with my dad and his girlfriend at the time. We were late for our flight. She was standing outside the airport while they were calling our names on the intercom. She would not go in before she finished her Diet Coke. So I'm getting it. I get it.
Facts.
My goodness.
Facts. And here's the thing. I'm not a Diet Coke girly. Like I'm not really a soda girly. So
Yeah, I've never seen you. have a Diet
it doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, but that's for sure.
I
For
think
sure.
that most people who drink kombuchas probably don't go after diet sodas unless you're one of those Kavita drinkers.
I don't know. Well, let her go on, Rebecca. I'm sorry about him. Sorry about Freed. Keep
No,
going.
I like the banter. Okay, so LaCroix.
Yeah.
For me, LaCroix tastes like television static.
Not
Or
good.
or like a Bath and Body Works body spray that's been like carbonated. Like that it
Yeah.
just LaCroix I think is the worst. And I think that
It was really
That's-
popping for a
It
while.
was so popular. 2016, right?
oh, it's still popping. Like
Yeah.
my whole office, the refrigerators are full of LaCroix. And I think everyone who loves them is just in on the fact that they don't actually like them, but they're
Mm.
doing this to keep up like just, oh, I'm a LaCroix girly. Like
Yeah.
The
this
LaCroix
is-
phase led to the hard seltzer phase, which is now like taking over the world.
Totally, which don't even get me into hard seltzers. I fucking hate those, but
It's a scam. It's soda.
it's just not into it. Yeah. And then
Okay.
we've got lastly, just like a vanilla cold brew or like an iced latte, vanilla
Yeah.
iced latte. That's
Right.
such
A coffee drink.
I feel like now it's always iced though. Like I never see people unless they're getting like a pumpkin spice latte, which we'll throw that on the list. But like unless you're,
That was going to be on mine.
I don't know, yeah, unless it's that, it's always a iced coffee.
It's always the
Global warming. It's hot.
vintage.
Right. I know. It's crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, so those are mine. Do you guys have one you want to throw in the mix?
Yeah, I'd like to add one. I feel like we talked about it a little bit today already. A little bit of a herbal booch. I like to call them bitchy booches. Herbal floral kombuchas. Very good, in my opinion.
I mean, I said
Our
the
sexism has been off the charts this episode.
I love this.
the first one I said was rose. That's one of my faves. And look, I mean, look at me. I'm just leaning into the stereotype.
Yeah, there were like these two girls who did like they just tried to like start this like kombucha influencer thing. Like I think they tried like and then they like stopped doing it. Also due to one time where we like told them we were gonna record one time and then we like
that was an accident.
It was a scheduling mishap, and I don't think we've heard from them since. But on the episode that we did like a lavender infused kombucha, which I personally did.
No, it was Brew Doctor Clear Mind, and actually, Dr. Rob, our good friend and dentist, sent me a picture of one of his dental assistants today holding a Clear Mind, and that was flashback to the kombucha episode.
Oh my god, I think she followed us on Instagram actually.
Different one. He's got a lot. You should go get your teeth cleaned.
Slid in. Cute.
Let's see. Are there any beverages that I want to add to this list? I'm gonna say like water, but it's in like a big, very hard water bottle with stickers on it.
No stickers.
Okay, no stickers.
I have
straw.
Stanley cups.
Always with the straw. Too.
Anything in a Stanley cup.
I have a Stanley Cup now. I got it for through a charity golf outing that I went to. I love this fucker.
And let me tell you something about why I will not get a Stanley, because I already have arthritis in my back and I don't need it in my hand from carrying around a 40-pound water bottle all day.
When I went for my walk today, I was carrying it around with me, just like sipping at it.
My wife has a Stanley name tag that slides in the straw and goes on top of her Stanley Cup, presumably in case she forgets her name. She can just like, Kayla.
Oh,
wait, it slides into the cup so that
it slides on the top of the straw. So she got one from her sister too. So now when they hang out of the straw,
so nobody steals her Stanley Cup.
Just in case, maybe they don't get them confused.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Derek, do you have anything to add to this list?
Oh yeah.
I have something to add though, but he also has one. He also has a water bottle, a big one.
Yeah, but I don't have the straw.
Oh,
I think that's a big differentiator.
The straw that breaks.
I chug.
Be a man. Drink out of the bottle.
Chug. I don't sip.
I drink out of the toilet like a real man.
What is the one you have to add? Go on.
So, honestly, a vodka soda.
Well, that's the alcohol.
We're switching lists. All right, hold up.
That's fine.
I thought we were talking drinks.
Yeah. Well, I started with non-alcoholic.
Oh.
But it's that time. So let's dive in.
Well, okay. Celsius, the energy drink.
Oh yeah.
That I've only seen girls drink that, and I actually just saw a video today where somebody did a drug test of Celsius and amphetamines, cocaine, and something else popped up on it. I mean, it's TikTok, so
you can't believe that.
What are you gonna
funny.
That's what it makes me feel like, though. Yeah. Not like I know. But if
I've never heard of this.
Yeah.
Right. Now I'm really interested in them.
And pumpkin spice, obviously. Any kind of pumpkin spice, anything.
Yeah.
Of course.
Those are my non-alcoholic ones.
Yeah.
If we want to get into the alcoholic ones.
Alcoholic. Let's rapid fire. Alcoholic.
Let's go for it.
I said Aperol Spritz, espresso martini, tequila soda, 2 limes.
2 limes.
And I said vodka soda, any kind of spritz, espresso martini, and sangria.
Sangria. That's interesting. Oh, you guys are so synced up. It's adorable.
Free. Why? What do you have to add to this list?
You guys kind of nailed it, honestly. I'm liking what y'all are putting down. I am unprepared and have no
I also happen to love all of those drinks. So I not as much Aperol Spritz, but espresso martini.
I'll do vodka soda. That's kind of a go-to for me.
My thing. So I'm actually trying to get a drink name off the ground for a very common drink. But hopefully you guys maybe start, if you have any bartender friends, start calling it that. Like I have a bartender friend up the street. I've
do.
started referring the drink as this. And so now when I come in, she asks me what I want. And so now let's see if you guys can guess what it is.
Okay.
I go in, she's like, splash?
Ooh, vodka soda splash of cranberry.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh,
That's a girly drink. Did we get that? Did
Wow.
we cover that?
Vodka
We
soda
covered
splash of
vodka
cranberry
cran?
with a lime.
with a lime.
Yeah, no, vodka soda
Listen
splash
to-
of cranberry,
It's
which
either
is a
cranberry-
mouthful if you're trying to order it in a crowd of, you're like, can I? Because then it's happened a bunch where I'll just get like a vodka cranberry, which I don't want. I
Too
want
sweet.
vodka soda
Yeah.
with a splash of cran, and then I'm like, hey, can I get a vodka soda with a like?
They turn around after
like,
soda.
with a splash, and then I have to, as a man, yell with a splash of cran.
Oh,
Did you
McQuay.
hear Did you hear a splash of cran? Excuse me,
What are you on your period?
sir.
Oh man, that's good. No, vodka.
No, I'm trying to pass a drug test. That's what I'm trying to. Did I mention I drink out of the toilet?
Vodka cran is definitely a fembev.
Yeah.
But
Big
you
time.
know,
Vodka soda with a splash of cran, though.
Still bad.
I don't know if
Still bad.
that
Still pretty
doesn't
femme.
make it more femme
Doesn't make it less femme.
or
No,
less
no.
femme.
No, vodka cran. But I'm just saying this is the distinction. So if you ever do want to order a vodka cran, you'd be like, hey, I think you have to start it with, hey, can I get a vodka soda with a splash of cran? They bring it back to you. It works best if that's like not a crowded bar. You'd be like,
Right.
hey, by the way, do you know what I've started hearing people call that? They call it a splash. Can you believe that?
Ah,
So, and so then it starts.
so then they know it.
Yeah. that's-
Well, here's the
so
thing.
the next time you go, you jokingly are like, "Hey, can I get a splash?"
You gonna splash?
Right.
And then once you come back, it's
Okay, I have a question. What school, and I have a particular one in mind, what school's slogan should be splash 'em?
Tulane Green Wave,
Yes.
Wow.
and also the
yes.
Darien High School. My high school team was the Darien Blue Wave, Blue
Ooh,
Wave Pride.
Splash
Splash
'em,
'em.
baby.
Splash them.
Splash them.
Eat my bubbles.
Yes. Gotta.
Gotta.
Splash.
All right, guys. Well, I think we pretty much covered it. All the girly drinks.
We did.
Yeah.
Or sorry, all the fembevs.
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 Fembev sounds like a band name.
It does.
I don't hate that.
That's a
Fembevs.
good band name.
Hell yeah. All right, let's start a band. You guys down?
Or
I wrote some music last night, actually.
Reed,
All right.
lead singer?
I can play the cello.
she'll play
No,
bass.
that-
Never mind.
I played for 7 years.
She'll play
With
bass.
cello, you got a bass, yeah?
Exactly.
I'll play drums.
The old saying. Freed, you can just bang on a rock in the corner, buddy.
Beauty. I'm going to be the songwriter.
Yeah.
It's a gift.
Perfect. Hell yeah. Sounds good, y'all. All right. We've told you what we're drinking here. We've told you what we're thinking. Let's take a quick stop in real quick on the Bucha Barometer, where we see how we feel about the Health Aid Ginger Lemon before we move on.
My entire chest is ringing with ginger. It's a spice that stays with you. You really feel it. I like it.
I was gonna say something similar. I love kind of the spiciness of ginger.
Maybe the warmth.
Mm.
The warmth of ginger.
It's the spice that feels nice.
No, but I'm a big citrus fan, so like the lemon
Spicy boys.
really adds
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot to the flavor profile that I like.
Reba, as a woman, what do you think?
Well, if I was a woman, I should be going last or being cut off. So,
Yeah.
no, I.
So anyway,
And that's our time.
But so I really like the way, that it opens me up. It feels like very, shut the fuck up, pervs. I really
Blow
love,
'em.
hell yeah, baby.
really love the way it opens me up.
It's gonna be
I
a
feel
fun
the same way. I do. I feel the same way. It's like kombucha does have like it's like counterintuitive. It's like, oh, my stomach's kind of bothering me a little bit. I feel a little bit gassy. Here's what I'll do. I'll drink like an acidic, bubbly liquid. That'll help.
Right.
But somehow it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, your grandma always said, have a ginger ale when your tummy hurts. This is a ginger ale on steroids.
For sure.
Love
Exactly.
that.
This
This
is the
actually
new ginger
tastes
ale.
like that, just
Yeah.
without the sugar. Yeah,
Delicious.
All
All right.
right.
I like
Well,
it.
we've made it. We've made it to the third and final section on Booch Ball here. It is time for us to tell you who we're picking.
Ooh,
Whoa. Oh, I forgot. Who are we picking?
no, you gotta
Yeah.
say it.
We're picking. Wait, what is it again?
Who we're picking.
Who we're picking.
Oh, that's good. That's kind of like the ESPN. I like we used to have like pre-recorded things, and I stopped doing it just 'cause it was way too much work to like insert them and post. But I did. They were all styled after the Sports Center announcer guy.
Heat rising, thunder
Yeah.
rolling.
Sports Center. So I was like,
yeah.
who we're picking. I'm just doing a impression of the Sports Center guy. Uh-oh, the dogs are barking. It's time for us to wrap up the episode.
Ooh, baby.
Freed, who do we got on the slate for this week?
We got Red River Rivalry, Oklahoma and Texas. We got Alabama at Texas A&M, Notre Dame at Louisville, Kentucky at Georgia, and William and Mary at Virginia. It's just unfortunate Georgia Southern was on a bye week this week. Otherwise, we would have slid them into the sediment pit.
Aw.
Tough
We would have
break.
said, gotta.
Gotta have it. All right. Oklahoma at Texas. Freed, start us off. Who do you got here?
It's a rivalry game. Oklahoma's not bad this year. I think it's going to be tight under a touchdown. Give me Oklahoma to cover.
All right.
We're doing spreads.
Yeah, it's a 6.5 points.
Gotcha.
Texas is favored by 6.5. Yep.
Gotcha. Ooh,
There's and Rebex.
I'm going with Freed. I think it's going to be tight. So either way, whoever wins, it's going to cover. So
All right. He's taking
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma
And
plus 6.5.
my cousin went to Oklahoma, so I'm gonna say that.
Okay. Oklahoma. Well, my cousin didn't go to Texas, but he's like a huge fan of Texas. So I'm going to say hook him.
My mom went there. So let's go.
Alex said, give it that ginger lemon and open it up.
Oh, yeah.
All right. How about Alabama, only favored by 2.5 points at Texas A&M? Gig 'em. Alex.
Gig 'em. Yeah, A&M, like, they lost their quarterback. Connor Weigman is gone. So I just, I really don't like Texas A&M at all. I'm just going to choose Alabama. Yeah, Alabama. Roll Tide. Roll them.
Yeah, I'm rolling.
I am rolling.
Rolling.
4 for 4. I'm taking Alabama
What?
too.
Keep rolling, rolling.
Wait, rolling. What?
Keep
Rolling.
rolling,
You
rolling.
said- All right, but you say you're taking A&M. You're gigging them.
No, I'm not. I'm taking
We're all
Bama.
taking Bama.
Oh, we're all taking Bama. Well, then
Well-
let's just move on to the next slate. We've got Notre Dame. Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish, taking on Louisville. I think I did all of these wrong. I'm assuming Notre Dame is favored by 7
Yeah,
points,
I
correct?
would have.
Absolutely.
Okay, I wrote them all in the wrong spot.
That might have been my fault. I think I sent them to you messed up. But yeah,
Yeah.
Notre Dame by 7.
Okay,
Hmm.
who do you
Me?
got, Freed?
Me? Okay. Here's my callback. Remember last time Notre Dame came to play an undefeated team, a lot of hype. I think Louisville is going to be up for this game. I think Louisville is going to get the big home win. I don't think Louisville's good, but I
Wow.
think Louisville's going to cover.
Huh.
I'm actually going to join you, Freed. I don't think Louisville will win, but I think they've got enough in the tank to cover against Notre Dame, even though Notre Dame pounded Duke. So yeah, I'm going to take Louisville.
I'm going to take Notre Dame.
I'm going to take Notre Dame because their quarterback in high school, when I was in high school, was he was hot. So
Huh?
Oh, that
He's
was
hot
on-
now. Have you seen their current quarterback?
no,
That was
I
on my
haven't.
list of fuckboy quarterbacks.
Yeah,
He's-
for
but he's
sure.
missing a rib, so
Ready?
Got to be gentle.
Reba, let me show you what Sam Hartman looks like.
Sam Hartman.
Is this the current quarterback?
This is
Yeah.
the current quarterback.
He's the one who came over from Wake Forest.
Yeah.
Oh man, what?
Yeah.
Well, he's like 24. He's been in college for a long
Daddy.
time.
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, he looks like he's fucking 35.
Mommy's medicine right there.
He,
Wow.
Tell me about it. He wears he has a necklace that he wears that has like a piece of his rib, like a bone fracture of his rib, and he wears it as like a trophy around
He
his
looks
neck.
like he eats raw liver.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks
Liver
like
King.
the Liver King's.
Yeah, right.
He's the Liver Prince.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true leprechaun. All right, moving on. We got your home state, Kentucky at Georgia. Georgia is favored by 14.5 here. We'll start with you guys, Dern and Reba. What we got?
Reba.
I've had Reba.
Oh, thank you so
No, I
much.
was just correcting Freed. Sorry,
Yeah,
go ahead,
I
Darren.
read it off the screen awkwardly.
Yeah, so I'll go first. No, I'm just kidding.
Go Reeves.
I'm gonna take Kentucky because I don't know. I hate Georgia.
Love it. Hot take for two
Nice talking background.
two Georgia folks. Neither of whom went to Georgia.
Correct. And I'm taking Kentucky also because every single game this year, I bet against Georgia on the spread and I win.
Hell yeah, I'm right there with you, baby. Cat him.
I am right there, not with you. I think
Scratch him.
it's time for Georgia to wake up and do some big stuff in the first quarter and just
I agree. It's
Find
time.
out.
I don't think they will, though. Kentucky's good.
All right. What about scratch him? Scratch him.
Well, so in Texas, the Texas State Bobcats and the Sam Houston Bearcats both have the same thing. Eat 'em up cats.
Oh,
Eat 'em up, cats.
Nice.
Hate that.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
Blow 'em is way better.
Texas is weird.
blow them is way better.
And
All right.
so, yeah, our last pick of the day, what we like to do is scrape up the dregs of the kombucha, that sediment. We like to turn that into a football pick, and we take one of the not so great games of the week and turn it into our sediment pick.
That's right.
So, bottoms up.
Cheers to Reba and Durr.
Love me some sediment, especially when it's all gingery.
Ooh,
Mm,
spicy.
the spice that
It's
tastes
twice
nice.
as nice.
The
Stays
spice that tastes nice. All right, this is actually a really interesting game here, Reba, because Virginia will be playing against both William and Mary in this sediment pick.
At
So
the
it's
same
William,
damn time.
William and Mary at UVA.
Those are
UVA
all
somehow favored by
memes.
8.5 points, even though they're playing against two teams. Who do we
Wait.
think is going to win here?
Virginia's favored?
Virginia is so. Let me be clear. There is not a spread available for this game right now. William and Mary is a FCS team. They're basically Division II, but they are 4-1. Virginia is 0-5.
Ooh.
I handicapped this spread myself at 8.5. I feel like that's
Wow.
what Vegas will put it about at. So
If
we'll have to see.
If
how
you're
that
right
is.
on, if you're right on that, I will be impressed.
We'll see later in the week. The spread will come
Yeah.
for this game eventually. But Alex, what do you think here?
William and Mary? Fuck Virginia. I got William and Mary, baby. Let's go.
That's wow. I'm gonna go Virginia if that's the spread
Woo!
because it's ACC team. I don't know. They suck, obviously, but
They're not good,
yeah,
but they're playing a FCS team. So
correct.
Rebs.
I have never met William and Mary, so I'm gonna go with Virginia because two people against a whole football team sounds
Oh shoot! And one of them's a girl.
yeah.
Well,
Notre
Virginia-
Dame only had 10
Virginia's
men
a
on the
girl,
field.
too.
These guys got 2. What
Oh
is this?
no! Crap! I
Yeah,
didn't think about it that way.
Sounds like a real bummer for William and Mary.
Wow,
so I'm
That's
gonna go Virginia.
That's really
I'm
good
going
insight.
William and Mary too. I actually think they might even win this game. Virginia is bad. I saw some statistics from SP Plus that Virginia has a 10% chance to not win another game for the rest of the year. So my
Yeesh.
logic is if it's that low, that means they got a good chance to lose to William and Mary.
All right, fair enough, folks.
I
All right,
want to switch my pick.
No, no takesy backsies. That's like Alex is going to be in a. Alex will be in a corporate meeting and he's negotiating, and then he'll say no takesy backsies.
no takesy backsies this afternoony. All right, folks. Miami versus Georgia Tech. It's in Miami. I will be traveling down to Georgia tomorrow, which I forgot to mention at the top of this
Oh,
episode.
baby.
Giddy
So I'll
up.
be watching that game. Giddy 'em. So what we do here is a kind of final score tiebreaker. We pick what is going to be the final score of Miami versus Georgia Tech. Durs, would you like to start us off?
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna
tell
go
You're making it up on the fly.
38-20.
Okay,
So 58 total
Okay.
score.
got it. Reba.
Miami's gonna win, by the way.
Oh, got it. Not
I'm
William
gonna
Warner.
say 28-12.
28-12. Okay.
4 field goals or a safety?
And both.
Nice.
Both sound good to me. And I'm gonna say Miami.
Hell yeah.
38-14. Below them, Canes.
38-14. Free, dude. I right at the same spot again. I'm at 40-13.
Okay.
Is what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Wow.
Okay.
All right. So we're not tempering expectations this week. We're going to go out and do our thing, huh?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Georgia Tech does not look very good.
No, they don't. They lost to Bowling Green. All right, folks, we're about to hit an hour on this podcast, which is fine because I'm having so much fun. But what we need to do is tell everybody what our final score is for the Health Aid Ginger Lemon. So everybody take some time, think about it.
Really, really,
I'm gonna get another
And
step.
for the Boochies at home and for Dur and Reba, of course, here's the full Booch scale while you're thinking. We got 0, worst thing ever. 1, literally can't drink it. 2, disgusting. 3, not good. 4, meh. 5, would drink it. 6, would buy it. 7, would recommend it. 8, delicious. 9, amazing Booch. And 10, best thing ever. Meh.
I am going 9.3.
Whoa.
Wow.
Bigly.
That's huge. 9.3. So this has got to be like that's got to be a top score. You're saying this is like your favorite Booch.
Like wood butt chug. Yeah.
Yeah. It would fit.
Yeah.
So very small.
I mean, it's pretty. Yeah.
Freed, you'd have a better job of butt chugging it than you did doing it the real way up. All right, 9.3, starting us off strong. So we're going to be doing an aggregate score here. So, Dur, if you're ready, we'll take yours.
I mean, it's my favorite kombucha I've had. So what would that put it at? Like an 8?
Probably an 8.
I'll go with
a delicious Booch.
Yeah.
All right.
Delicious Booch. Let's go 8 straight up.
Okay. 8 straight.
So when I'm giving this score, I'm taking a little bit more than just taste into account because of just the way it makes me feel. It makes me feel so good. And it's kind of like the GT's, the green one with all the seaweed. I feel the same way. That one just makes me feel so wholesome. I forget what's that one called?
They changed the name.
Yeah, it's Marine Greens now.
Yeah,
it used to be something. Whatever.
I don't know. Multi-green.
It used to be multi-green. Yeah.
Yes.
I love the way it makes you feel. I love the way this makes me feel. I can't quite put it at 9. I'm going to go 8.9.
Ooh.
Come on, have the guts, Freed. Do what I'm doing and call it a straight up 9. This
Follow
thing is
your gut, baby.
Amazing Booch. That I believe is my highest ever score to a kombucha. And it's I've bumped up my rating a little bit since the last time because this was one of the first ever kombuchas that we did. Okay. ETF 5 bot. It is now time for us to. So, all right, this is we guys were didn't really. This is we kind of have a robot assistant that comes in and calculates the final score for everything.
Nice.
Got it.
And he's called the ETF 5 bot. So ETF 5 bot, when you're ready, take it away.
Beep, boop, 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 beep, boop, boop. All right. The score's in. We got a new top dog out here, folks. 8.8, baby. Let's go.
Oh my God. Vaulted up.
Under 8.
It vaulted up a full 1.1 or 1.3.
We're going to have to do some recalculating here and figure out where to put this on the Bucha Big Board. But I'm with you, man. Like it's just kept going up my leaderboard. It just makes me feel so great every time I drink it.
Yeah,
Feels
absolutely.
good, tastes good.
Yeah.
That means we finally had something that has taken over the Health Aid pomegranate, which was we had some beef with the Health Aid pomegranate because we didn't feel like it was really deserving of the top slot. And honestly, what a victorious moment this is. And I'm so glad that you guys were here, and part of it to make this happen today.
Should I do the yay?
Yeah.
I
Good
mean,
job.
Very good.
that sounds like the Brad Pitt of kombuchas out here on the street.
Oh yeah, it's like the
Like-
Sam Hartman of kombuchas as far as hotness. All right, Durs and Reba, thank you for joining us here today. Is there anything that what would you plug for the good Bucci's of the world?
Ooh, listen to whatever you want, my podcast, and listen to
Scream of consciousness.
her podcast.
Can you say it in the ASMR voice?
Scream of consciousness. It's pretty good, right?
Very good.
Consciousness.
Scream. All right, folks. Go ahead, blow them, gig them, scratch them. Gotta do it. Whatever you gotta do. Just make sure you throw up the U. Okay.
Let's go, baby.
We love you, Bucci's. Thanks for tuning in. Go Canes. If anyone's at the Georgia Tech game, I will not be there because I'll be in Atlanta instead. But anyways, we'll be hanging out there. Freed, I love you, brother. And as always,
Stay cultured. Peace.
and then we put the theme music on, but we didn't have it
Nice.
queued up.
Aw. Well, thanks for having us on. This
Yeah.
is great.
You got it, guys. All right.
Thanks.